gentlemen, as you know, the art of producing something out of nothing has always been a most delicate one. But, ladies and gentlemen, to produce a bass drum...
You missed most of his dog tricks, Bud, but the second half is tops. That's where the real magic comes.
I'll have a beer.
One beer, bottle. This Maximilian sure draws the crowd. Played the off even a few months ago, but now he's on his club circuit. Line's up here tomorrow, so you ought to come early and try and catch his whole act.
Trust me with a personal item or two. Madam, would you be kind enough to lend me your bracelet for just a few minutes? Thank you.
Slow it down, Willie. That'll be 2 bits even.
Hello, Mac.
What's up, Charlie? What are you doing here?
Never mind. Just give me a shout of the best and the same for yourself.
Sounds like you're celebrating something.
Celebrating? Sure am. Make it a double while you're at it. Well, quite a kick watching the show from out front. Almost worth the price of admission.
Here you are, Charlie. Happy birthday, whatever it is.
You know, working right alongside him, you don't realize. From way back here, you get a... well, I guess you'd call it a perspective. You see him better.
Now I have here a very simple paper comb, quite empty and quite innocent. That is, as innocent as a moment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, any of you who happen to be gun-shy, like some of my dogs here, you better leave the room now, because you see, and so that disposes of all that.
See that character? Would you believe anybody in her right mind could stick to him for 15 miserable months? Crossed just about the same number of miserable states.
Look, Val, you're pretty nice. What's all this anyway? The story of your life?
You want to call it a life? Same again, Mac. One for my cousin here.
Oh, thanks.
You wouldn't let a lady drink alone, would you? Come on, Mac, set him up. You heard, I'm celebrating.
Look, I hope you can afford this good liquor, but what do you want to hang out your old wash for my benefit? I'm not pumping you.
Just pretend I'm talking to myself. Honestly, I could yell it out how happy I am.
I'm glad somebody is.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask this handsome chap here if he will select a card. Any card at all, sir. Why don't you sit down, Miguel?
No, I'll wait here.
Well, sir, are you perfectly satisfied?
Certainly.
Thank you very much. And as for you, madam, to take your mind off your missing bracelet, why don't you play a little gin rummy? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm going to have to interrupt your little game. You know, folks, a magician's life is really a very happy one. Even though he doesn't make a lot of money, he at least has a house to live in. And you know how hard houses are to get these days. Well, folks, at least I have a house of cards.
Slick, isn't he? Oh, he's a real smoothie from way back. Just watch his hands. The way he moves them around like a hypnotist. And the way he makes with the words. Don't ask me how, but the more you hear, the less you know. Yeah, what he gives out with that fancy double talk, you believe anything. Even believe you've been someplace you've never seen at all, no matter where. Paris, South Seas, Florida.
Now, if you think this is simply an illusion, please keep one eye on my right hand, one on my left, and one on these various objects.
Illusion is right. Before you know it, he's got you where he wants you. Like they say, you catch a pigeon by sprinkling salt on its tail. With that slick line of his, like velvet. Like those gardenias he always wears.
Gardenias?
Empty.